I'm just gonna do a little casual stream right now. First question for anybody who might be watching this. I'm using an Xbox controller on my MacBook right now, but the sensitivity of the right trigger is just a little too much for me right now. I can't figure out how to change that sensitivity. So, if you know how to do that with an Xbox controller on a Mac, please let me know. Set over here first. I do have a couple shards where I might try to catch some alluvials, but I really gotta farm to get these upgraded boots and jetpacks. Like I was just saying before anyone was watching, I need to figure out how to change the sensitivity for the right stick on my Xbox controller on a Mac. So if anyone knows how to do that, let me know. Because it's just too high for me. But I need to practice more on my shooting. Because it looks like when Open Beta comes out, we're going to be actually shooting alluvials running around the overworld. So I need to be ready. What is that? Oh. Did that just go to nothing? Uh-oh. I think I was gonna make that one. Or they need to upgrade these boots and jetpack. All good, Omnifarious. I see you've been pretty busy on X and Illuvium Beyond. You got one of those creator links now, and you're buying up the floor for Illuvium Beyond. You just bought like 50 cents worth of Illuvitars off of me. I think I had those listed for a little while too. Oh, Jimbo, I didn't even see you in there. Nope, didn't work today. I got actually, I really only work a 4-day work week, and I usually have Wednesdays off. So, I'm actually usually home on Wednesdays. But it's also my my daughter's school vacation week. And she was with me this morning, so taking a little extra time off today. But Jimbo, if you're in here watching, I don't know if you have the answer to this, but I can't figure out how to turn the sensitivity of my right stick down on my controller. It's too much for me right now. I don't have those fast twitch muscle fibers in my fingers like I used to. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because if I use my mouse, it's the same thing. Although, actually, moving my mouse goes even quicker. Yeah, maybe I'll try to do that. Actually, let me see if I do that right now. Alright, so I go mouse sensitivity all the way down. That is crazy slow. Alright. Oh, I don't know. It definitely turned it down when I actually used my mouse, but I don't think it really affected the controller. Yeah. Still too much for me. Before I got a Mac, I could do it on the PC because there was like an Xbox, like Microsoft application or whatever you could do it through. But I can't figure out how to do that on the Mac. Actually, I am going to teleport back and do something different. I'm not really looking to unload too many right now. I do have some up for sale that are like a little pricier. I needed to stay in that top 100, so I just spent like, I don't even, hurts me to say, like $1,300 on a Fisto. And yeah, so now I'm trying to recoup some of that. Even now, I'm not even too sure it's going to keep me in the top 100. At least maybe one more week. That's still the coolest animation. I'll watch that every time. Oh, you saw that, Afisto? I was thinking last night, I was like, I was going to just put in an offer for like a couple $100 less, but I would have done that if I didn't actually need it for today's leaderboard snapshot. I was just like, I just got to do it. My mindset is like, if I can secure 0.5 ILV every week, and I hold on to that ILV, and it goes up to, let's just say, $600. That means I'm really kind of making $300 a week, right? So then it's kind of worth it. Then buying that Afisto, really, it would only take me, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks to kind of recoup that, and then I still have the NFT itself. How do I still not have enough? I haven't played Overworld that much, and I'm kind of forgetting what I need to do. So, I actually need to break some things down to get the equipment component, right? So maybe I need to sell this? Got you thinking? Yeah, I don't know why you're wasting your time buying up those tier zeros. Buy up those higher tier ones. Get yourself on that leaderboard. But yeah, have a good one. Catch you soon. I'll deconstruct. This is what I need to do. Alright, so I need to make another one of these jetpacks. And then I need to deconstruct it. Oh yeah, and now I'm gonna screw myself over because now I don't have enough of those. Ooh. Oh no. Alright. Back to farming some overworlds. Go Crimson Waste because I know that the best. Farm that a little bit. Okay. Oh, hard to move my cursor over to the other screen when I'm playing this. Yeah. So if you want to get leaderboards for Illuvium Beyond, I'll tell you what, it is getting very competitive. Like if I go onto Alluvial Master right now and find like my estimated value of all my Illuvitars, it's like almost 4 ETH right now, and I'm fighting for that top 100. Now I do have a lot of let's see, unopened discs and some multiples that I don't really need. But even if I cut all of that out, you're probably looking at 2.5 to 3 ETH worth of Illuvitars just to be in that top 100. So if you're starting from scratch, I don't know how worth it is. It kind of depends on how bullish you are on the ILV token. Because like I said, I just spent 1,300 to make sure I can keep that 0.5 ILV coming in every week. And I have the same mindset I had months ago. When ILV was $30 and I was getting I don't know, it was quite $30. When ILV was like, let's say, I don't know, $36, and I was getting, I can't even do the math now. Was that $18 every week? My mindset was, Well, when that ILV token's $100, that $18 will now be like 50. And I kind of have that same mindset. Right now, half an ILV is close to $50. So if I continuously get that half an ILV and it say ILV goes to $1,000, then it's really like I'm making 500 a week. So if I can stay.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oops, yeah. So if I just spent 1,300 and I think ILV is going to 1,000, then it was well worth it. Let's see. It's estimating my total value just barely above 4 ETH. Yeah. So it's including your land in there. I actually have my land in a different wallet than my Illuvitar's. So so I know when I look at that one account, it's just looking at my Illuvitar's. But yeah, I mean, as for it comes for like what you're saying, any advice on how to get into the leaderboards, just like try to be as efficient as possible. The cheapest points that you can get are hollow tier 3 links. So I would start with that. Just make sure you can fit every slot of a tier 3 links with hollow, like with a hollow version and some good accessories. And that will give you a pretty good starting point. But also at this point, if you want to be in the top 100, the only thing you can afford not to have is really a Ramfire and a Fisto, and I don't know how much longer that's going to last. What number are you right now? On the leaderboard? I think I'm like 94. Last night I was looking and I dropped to like 101. So that's when I was like, I need to get this Aphisto. It brought me to 90th, like right away. And then I'm already looking today and I'm like 94. So I think I'm good for today's snapshot, but it's not going to last me much longer. Oops. How much do you earn every month from this game? Honestly, I do a lot around the whole ecosystem. So for Illuvium Beyond, I'm earning half an ILV a week. So that's like $50 a week right there. So from Illuvium Beyond, we're looking at $200. There are leaderboard rewards, but I haven't really been trying to fight for that. If you're good, you could earn another ILV or so in there. Illuvium Zero is also not out yet, so I'm not earning anything from there. But I have a decent amount of land, so should earn a decent amount there. They have creator rewards, so for example, right now when I'm streaming, if I stream 3 hours a week, I have a chance to earn 1 ILV per week. So that could be another $400. I make videos and I put my link, like the first link you see in this description. The more people who click that, the higher up on the creator rewards I can get. And I could earn another 1 or 2 per week. So it depends on what you want to do in this ecosystem, but there's definitely a lot of room to earn some real money. Is Omni gonna sell your Gods Unchained for Illuvium? You know, sometimes I don't want to say too much because I think I'm probably overly bullish on Illuvium, but yeah, when it comes to NFTs and Web3 gaming like assets, I'm like 90 to 95% in on Illuvium / ETH lizards, because I have a handful of ETH lizards too. I'm not mad. I don't know more lizards. The elemental airdrop is coming. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about those elementals too. So I have from the Battle in the Beyond leaderboards, I'm getting 2 elemental lizards, and then I'm getting 2 elemental lizards for every regular lizard I have in an airdrop, and I have 6 of those right now. So I could end up with, what's that math in that? 14 elemental lizards, which is pretty sweet. I think there's a 20k max supply. And I don't think I'm going to need all 14 of those. So I got to figure out what I want to do with them. I might try to figure out some sort of like scholarship system and see if any other people want to be, because those elemental lizards are going to give you like a ticket into different like gaming, probably tournaments and different earning possibilities for different games. So, I don't know. We still need to learn more about those. I want to start, but I don't know how to send it to my account. Haiti, what do you send what to your account? I mean, I can get you started. I just need to know what you need. Like, do you have an Illuvium account set up? Do you have anything in that account? Do you have a MetaMask wallet linked to IMX? Oh, hold on, I'm losing track of these. Do you want to pre-sell me like 4 of those? Ooh, that's tough because I have no clue how much they're going to be worth. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if... Well, first of all, I think there's going to be a 20k supply. And half of those, I think, are being airdropped or given out as rewards. And then I think the other 10k or something around there are actually going to have, like, a like a mint for those, and I don't even know what those are gonna start out as. The original ETH lizard started out as point. It was a small amount, 0.06 Ethereum. I think that was only a couple $100 at the time. So I could see these starting out around that same price point. So they might be like $200 a piece. Let's see. Midwest Wind. How many ILV tokens do you think to take me to millionaire eventually? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the math on that. If you're saying 100 tokens at 10,000 per token, I don't think that's enough. If it is, count me as a future millionaire. I think at the top of this market, and this would sound too bullish for some, but not bullish enough. I think we could hit 2,000 token again. I don't think we're getting above that. I think we might be closer to 1,500. So, yeah, you're probably going to need, I don't know what the math on that is, 800 to 1,000 ILV token to be a millionaire. But that's just my guess. Haiti, your profit. You want to send your profit from what to where? Free selling could be a gamble for both of us. Make me an offer. What would you offer me for an elemental lizard? And also, there's going to be like different types of elemental lizards. Would there be a specific type you're looking for? Because they're all going to be, based on different elements. Or would it be your choice which one you get, or my choice? Yeah, I'm not 100. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what the mint is going to look like, or I don't even think there's really been an announcement that there is going to be a mint. That's kind of like a speculation on my part. But if there's 5,000, what is it? 5,150 like regular lizards that are going to get airdropped 2 apiece. That's already half of the supply. They're giving out some in Battle and Beyond rewards, and probably some other are going to be used for like promotional. So I guess we're already looking at less than 10k in a mint. But I'd have to imagine they do some sort of mint for the rest of those. They're not just going to give them all away. Got to make something on it for the project. I would want space lizard though. Yeah, how many of these regular lizards do you have? Just this one? Actually, I think I remember you talking to you before you got it, so just the one right now. Ooh, these maps are way too big. Let's go back here. Illuvium has several games. From which can I earn the best? So there's a lot of speculation in that question right there. Right now, the only place you can earn is Illuvium Beyond, if you're in the leaderboards, or actually if you're really good at the arena and you can get to the top of the leaderboards, that could be your best bet for earning. The safest, I guess, investment to earn Not that any of this is safe. But the safest bet would probably be buying some land for Illuvium 0. Because that's... You don't know how much the earnings going to be, but that's pretty much automatic. You get 5% of whatever gets... whatever in-game revenue there is. And it's almost guaranteed that there's going to be in-game revenue. So you can guarantee yourself some sort of earning. But land also isn't cheap. So there's always a risk there. But I personally think the best earning potential is going to be just to play the overworld like I'm doing here. And catch as many alluvials as you can. And then sell those alluvials. If you get something really rare with good stats, selling those to people who want them for the overworld. Or just to collect them. But I'm one of those people where I'm all in on Illuvium. I'm participating in every part of it. I'm going to be playing some Overworld. I got some lands. I'm in Illuvium Beyond. If they do make a first-person shooter next, I might have to sit that one out because I am not good at shooters. But right now, I'm in on all of it. So I'll be making videos on what's the most profitable at some point when we hit open beta. Just get the one. It's your most precious. Yeah. Yeah, I have 6 of them somehow. I got a couple of them when we were really deep in that bear market. So I think my average price for the 6 of them is probably close to like maybe around what it is right now, 0.6, 0.7 ETH. Yes, the game is still in beta. This is already going to look a lot different. They already showed what we're expecting in open beta, which should be coming in the next couple months, where alluvials are actually going to be roaming around the overworld here. So while it seems kind of empty right now, and I'm just farming resources, there'll be alluvials everywhere, kind of like how Palworld is. But we are getting like closer and closer to open beta. So we should be on chain in the next, definitely in Q2. Like I'll say that I've talked to people from the team recently, and they're all very confident in a Q2 release. So really, it just comes down to when in Q2 it happens. Spent $2,000 on yours. Yeah. Well, the other thing too, when I was when I got a couple lizards for around 0.3 ETH, I think, close to the bottom of the market, Ethereum at that time was definitely under $2,000. So it might have only been around like 600, 700 bucks in USD at the time. So yeah, even though I'm probably around break even on my ETH investment right now, on the dollar investment, I'm definitely up. And I think ETH lizards went to 5 ETH like a couple years ago. And it's not like a token, you're not increasing the supply right now. So going back to 5 ETH I think is automatic. Not enough power. Oh, I gotta... Time to get out of here. No mobile version. So they're gonna have a mobile version for Illuvium 0 They're going to have a mobile version for the arena. There's no plans right now for a mobile version of the Overworld, but you know, I am on the council, and at some point, I'm gonna try to push for that because I think you need the Overworld or some way to catch alluvials on mobile. I think if you really want to be successful in this market, you need that. So I'll be losing all my loot after beta. Yeah. Yep. Right now, I'm just, you know, I'm streaming to practice for fun. I want to make sure I know the maps and are really good with the whole controls and how to navigate it to be efficient when it does come out. But yeah, anything I get right now is going to get wiped at open beta. Listed all your Guild of Guardian assets. New goals, transition some stuff so I can hit the leaderboards. You know what? That actually, I'm not even happy about that because I'm struggling to stay on the leaderboards. If you're going for those leaderboards, then that's one more person I need to, you know, compete against. Just get to the leaderboards and stay one spot behind me. How about that? So this training actually good later when it comes out? So this training actually to be good later when it comes out? Not sure exactly what you mean. I'm training like myself. Like I said, there's going to be people who are just getting into Illuvium for the first time. You know, when open beta hits, and they're not going to know what they're doing. I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. All right. Advanced mag boots. Wow. I hope when we do hit open beta, you can farm more than this. I'm going through Overworld runs and can only upgrade one piece of equipment. Let's do another one. Maybe I'll go to Abyssal Basin this time. Okay. Let me see the chats here. Can you play all their games or just one? You can play all their games. Well, right now for this Overworld beta that I'm playing right now, it's still in like a private beta, but it's easy to get into. Like if you download the game on Epic's Game Store, you can play the arena right now. It'll tell you that you can't play the Overworld, but if you go into the Discord and if you just ask for access, they'll give it to you. How many can you catch? So in the beta, I mean, when we get to open beta and it's a full release, like things are gonna change. But right now in the beta, if I just went out and tried to catch alluvials, you could catch 10, 12 plus per run if you were efficient and knew what you were doing and you were optimized for catching alluvials. Can you show me your alluviums? Yeah, alluvials. Yeah, I mean, I can bring up what I have here, but so at some point the beta did get wiped, so I had a lot, and then that's not it. It got wiped at some point, and then I just started kind of getting into it again. if I go like this. So these are just some of the alluvials I have in here right now. These are only tier 0 alluvials. Nothing too special. But I'm not too worried anyways. Once we're on chain and these are actual like NFTs, like I'm going to go wild and catch as many as I can. Let's go to Abyssal Basin this time. Number 158 right now. Yeah, trust me, when you get up to that top 100 spot, like, at one point it used to fluctuate like tens of thousands, but now if between like 90th place and like 110, there's maybe 15-20,000 points between it, because you start to get to that point where most of your Illuvatars are bonded. So if you want to start creeping up in the points, you need to like bond another one with better accessories. I'm telling you, it's not easy. You gotta spend a pretty penny if you want to get into those leaderboards. But actually, I will say there is a proposal going through governance right now to actually expand those leaderboards. It gets community support, so likely the council I'm on, the community council, will pass it to the IMC, and then we'll see what they do from there. But who knows? If you're fighting for this leaderboards, maybe at some point they expand it to the top 200 instead of the top 100. And that's bound to come at some point. We just don't really know when. Because when more and more people get into this ecosystem, like, you're going to want to reward more than just the top 100. Yeah, I'm the same way when it comes to bonding. There's a few, like, expensive, like, Illuvatars I really like that I refuse to bond. But I'm telling you, like, what I try to do is, like, I'll buy another Illuvatar just to bond it. Like, for example, I have an Alpha Geyser that I really like, but I'm not bonding that. And I have a second Geyser that at some point I'll probably have to bond. But I want to keep at least one of those unbonded. What happened with Mavia? Mavia's still doing great. I'm still playing a ton. Yeah, we're just waiting for the NFTs to be, the NFT land to be integrated. Everyone right now is still kind of playing that free-to-play version. But I have high hopes for Mavia too. I'm going to be making more content on that and streaming and stuff. It's just, when it really comes down to it, Illuvium's my main squeeze. Did you bond your Mephisto? No. I'm not gonna bond my Mephisto. I'll drop out of the top 100 before I bond that. And if I were to eventually get a Ramfire, wouldn't bond that either. Because realistically, unless you're bonding it with the top tier accessories, you're kind of devaluing it by bonding it. I still have a handful more that I can bond for leaderboard points before I would get to the point where I need to bond an Mephisto. So, yeah, no, I don't plan on bonding that. How long does it take to catch alluvials? So I haven't even done that on the stream because I've been kind of just farming some resources. But I'll get into an alluvial battle and show you what that's like. So right now they're just these orbs that are flying around. But like I said, when we get to open beta, they'll actually be running around the overworld. So these are the alluvials right now. Gotta shoot them. But it's gonna be so much better when you're actually shooting at alluvials running around or flying around. Oh, why isn't it giving me the option? It's not giving me the option to go in. Maybe I clicked it too high in the air. Really? Alright, I'll just get another one. I don't know why I can't get to that one. And they just kind of remind me of like any bugs. There's really not a whole lot of like bugs going on in this game right now. Everything's pretty smooth. If it looks choppy, it's just because, first of all, I turned down the settings because my computer can still barely handle it, and it's being streamed, so it might not look perfect, but if I closed out of everything on my computer and just played this at the highest resolution, didn't stream it, it looks really good. Like, just as good as, you know, any other AAA game I've played. I still didn't see it. Yeah. Yeah. Let me catch one now, by the way. Uh-oh. Can't go into there. Okay, so I see another one flying around over here. Try to catch that one. Okay. Here we go. Really? So this is definitely an issue. Because it won't let me... There we go. Alright. So for now in the beta, you just do this, you jump into a battle. So, okay, so I had a really crappy computer, and then I bought a gaming PC laptop that actually worked great, but I'm really into the Apple and Mac ecosystem, so I was like, I'm just going to buy myself a MacBook Pro to do everything seamlessly and how I like it. So that's what I'm using now. I'm using a MacBook Pro. It is a really great computer, but it's still not great at games. But anyway, so this is what it is. You come into this map, a couple of alluvials here. You're going to place these down and defeat them. Oh, oops. Oh, for some reason I can't get the... start button. Oh, it's up here. There we go. And these battles in the arena mode look way better than they do here. So this is definitely going to get an upgrade too. So you defeat them, then you have a chance to catch both of them. You got your shards, which are like your Pokeballs. Try to catch. Each shard you use is going to take down some of these mastery points or whatever dimensional stability points, whatever you want to call them, up here. Practice with aiming. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not a very good, like, first-person shooter. But I also, when I switched over to my Mac, I don't know how to change the sensitivity on my Xbox controller that I'm using. And the sensitivity is just way too high for me right now. If I figure out how to turn that down, I will be able to shoot better than what you just saw. Yeah, this was an easy win because I'm only in like a stage 0 region. Like, this is the region that you're going to be able to play for free. But I need to farm some resources before I could start going for the higher tier ones. So this is just one of those tier 0 free alluvials. So when open beta comes, you don't even need to pay a cent. You could come do this and catch this exact alluvial. This won't cost you anything. So I just caught one, and my dimensional stability points ran out, so that's it. One new alluvial. Yeah. I need to figure out how to change that in the settings, but I was trying to look. There was like an Xbox app when I was using the PC where I could change it, but on a Mac I can't figure out how to change it. How to change that sensitivity. Made it look better there. No, I'll just jump into another battle. So you can actually scan before you go in it just to see what's in there, but it uses some more of your points for the run. So I can see there's a water fish and a water volante. Sure, I'll try to catch him. So, let's see. Air is good against water. So we'll throw 2 air alluvials in here. Air. Bond to the air. So now I get the 3 synergies over here. This Volante is going to jump to the back of the board. We'll go after this guy first. Should be enough to take him out. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're not into Illuvium yet, use my link in the description here, and then, you know, download the game and just get started. Like I said, we're not on chain yet, but getting this practice is going to be good for you. Alright, let's try to catch a Volante this time. What's good about these shards, which are like your Pokeballs, if they break out, you don't lose it. Because you're actually, other than the tier 0 regions, you're going to have to pay to cure those shards, so they don't want you to be able to lose them. Alright, so when we're on chain, this would be like an actual alluvial. And then these are like the internal stats. So you could see this particular one has higher energy resist. What else? Oh, higher max health. And then lower like attack damage. And I already don't even have enough shards to catch more. Yeah, I mean, if you think these alluvials look cool, like I said, these are just the free ones that you're seeing now. Some of the other alluvials are pretty awesome, not gonna lie. And these regions are so big. Like, literally, I've only gone in this tiny little spot, and there's so much more to do. So, what do you mean by free? How much you have to pay to catch rare one? So there are 4 different tier regions that you can go into. There's a free-to-play tier 0 region, which, costs you nothing. Then there's stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 region. It's going to cost you a little bit more to go on those higher tier runs. But there are also 5 stages of alluvials. So if you're going to the stage 1 region, you're more likely going to see like tier 1 and tier 2, some tier 3 alluvials. And very rarely you'll see tier 4, tier 5 alluvials. But then like the tier 2 run, better chance to see those rare alluvials. In a tier 3 run, which we don't know how expensive it's going to be, but that's where you have a really good chance to be finding those tier 4, tier 5 alluvials. So since we're not on chain yet, we don't really know how much they're going to be worth. And we don't even really know how much it's going to cost to go on these these different runs, like the higher stage runs. So it's kind of hard to predict, but if I were to say, like, catching something really rare in this game could be like I don't really want to throw in numbers, but like, you catch a really rare Ramfire, it could be worth like $1,000. Could be worth more than that. A Ramfire in Illuvium Beyond right now will cost you like $2,000. See you later, Omni. What currency will you use to purchase in the game? Ethereum or SILV2. A lot of people don't know about SILV2 right now, but it's like a synthetic token to ILV that holds the same value in-game. So if you're like a crypto person and you know how to like go on Uniswap and make some trades, if you were to buy some SILV2 right now, it's basically like getting a discount on in-game purchases. But ETH is going to be the main thing. You're going to spend ETH, and then there'll be like rewards in ILV. You know everything about crypto? Yeah. So then, yeah, SILV2, that is how you're going to get a discount. Because right now you can buy it on Uniswap for, it's like 60% of an ILV right now. And when you use it in game, it's going to be 1-to-1 with an ILV. So you're kind of getting like a 40% discount if you were to buy it now. And even more of a discount if you think that the ILV price is going to go up from here, which I personally do. And also that SILV2 is not going to be around forever. So like once we hit open beta and a lot of people know about that SILV2, it's going to get bought up, and then ETH is going to be your only option. So that's why I've been stacking my SILV2. How should I log in with the Coinbase wallet? I don't know much about the Coinbase wallet, to be honest with you. I would just use MetaMask. Use MetaMask, and then when you create an account, it'll have you... I don't know exactly the right word, but creating an account will have you linked to IMX. So then, because this game is on IMX, it's not on layer 1. But using MetaMask is probably the best way to go. SILV2, yes. SILV2. Be careful not to buy SILV without the 2. The reason the 2 is there is because there was a hack a long time ago, and they had to basically get rid of that coin and have it converted over to a new coin. MetaMask good on desktop and mobile. Yeah, I do most of my stuff on the computer rather than mobile, because I pretty much have all my stuff on a hardware wallet. And you're going to need it on your computer anyways for this game. So yeah, I would just get the browser extension for MetaMask. Yeah, if you're going to download the game and you haven't done it yet, definitely use my link in the description, because they're, like I mentioned before, they have like these creator rewards, and you know, the more people who are using my link and downloading the game, you know, better chance for me to earn some of those creator rewards. So that would be cool. How often you go live? Well, so I've been making content about like Illuvium and other Web3 games for over 2 years now. I really only started doing like going live literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I'm still getting used to it. I can even tell, trying to talk to people and play the game, I still can't focus on it 100%. I'm answering a question and then I'm wandering around aimlessly. So I'm getting better at it. But to answer your question, how often? I'm trying to do it minimum once a week. Twice a week is really what I've been doing. And my end goal is to do it a lot more often. I still have that 9-to-5 job that I'm trying to kick at some point. And whenever I can go kind of more full-time into content creation and Web3 gaming and all that, then I would do it even more. But right now we're looking at once to twice a week for like an hour or two. Do you know Illuvium devs? Yeah, so I'm on the Illuvium. Illuvium is a DAO, and they have like a council. So I'm on the community council. So I definitely like I do get more information than the regular, community. But I am under an NDA, so there is more information I know that I can't talk about. But even the stuff I can talk about, I've been in Illuvium for like pretty much since it began. So I have a very good understanding of where it's been, where it's going, and just everything about it. I'm gonna get out of here and see if I can forge some equipment. In game? What do you mean in game? Forge equipment in game? Because that's what I just said. Yeah. So now I'm in Sancta Mesa. So this isn't actually one of the regions where you would catch alluvials. You'd come over to your base here, and then you can forge some equipment from the resources that you caught. Right now, one of the reasons why I'm so slow going around that overworld is because I need to upgrade my jetpack and my boots, and once I do that, I can move around quicker. So, still not getting enough resources here. Not even enough to upgrade my boots. I mean, you died in game. So you can't really die in this game. You just... I mean, I did kind of die right there because that particular like lake or whatever will kill you. But because this is like a blockchain game and you're paying real money to catch these assets, you can't actually die out of the game. You just get sent back to the starting point and you keep going. Because you don't want to be, paying a certain amount of money to go for a travel in this game and then just die and then lose out on all that. So I wanted to get back to the beginning so I could get out of that travel. So I just let myself die, but it doesn't really do anything. Oh, it's not where I wanted to travel. Alright, I'm going to do one more quick run, see if I can get some resources. Let's see, I already did one of each. Let's go back to the Brightland Steps. Yeah, awesome. Download Illuvium. Catch me on more of these streams if you have any questions. Or, like, I make a lot of content about Illuvium. You can search some of my videos and get an idea of, like, the whole ecosystem and all that. One of my big focuses on my channel is going to be, like, how do you make a return playing this game? There'll definitely be people who are better than me at playing the game. But I'm going to be the best at how to make a return on this game. Good morning from Melbourne. What stage region is this? So yeah, good morning. It's late afternoon for me in the US over here. This is just a stage 0. At some point there must have been an upgrade to this beta here, and I kind of lost everything I had. So I'm just kind of grinding out some tier 0, like farming it right now so I can upgrade my jetpacks and my booster, whatever you call it. And then once I can do that, I'm going to start going into some higher tier, higher stage runs for future streams. But right now I'm just trying to farm what I can. From Italy. Nice. You know, I'd like to get over Italy sometime. My my brother's wife, her family's like big like Italians, and they go over to Italy like probably once a year. I haven't been, but I hear it's pretty nice over there. But I'll go over to my sister-in-law's house on some holidays. What is it? Christmas for the 7 fishes? Oops. out of the heat zone. Let's go over here. No, I'm not gonna make just about used all of my energy for this round. Can I even get this? Alright, I'll see if I can forge any equipment and then be done here. Okay, so I have advanced mag boots. Alright, that's about it. I'm gonna log off. Everyone who came to watch, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be streaming more often. You know, once or twice a week is my goal right now. But that's it. Thanks. See you later.